Hello, what is up you guys? It is Simmons 2000 here, back with another figure review, this time on the Neca Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator. If you're looking to pick this up, you can pick it up from Amazon or Walmart or third-party retailers, depending on where you're from. I had to pick this up from a third-party retailer, which I'll talk about in a bit later. But without further ado, let's have a look at the packaging. And I've got to say, Neca have done a really good job. I really like the Predator Hunting Grounds game logo at the top, with Ultimate Samurai Predator at the bottom, with of course the in-game model of the Samurai Predator from the game, which looks really good and is one of my favourite characters in the game. You've got the Predator logo in the nice red, then the Hunting Grounds, of course, in that classic colour, with the title all in white. And I've got to say again, one of my favourite characters to play in the game. Then, of course, you've got Predator Hunting Grounds at the top, with Ultimate Samurai Predator here, with, of course, ages 17 and up, with a warning here, and of course the Neca logo is here. Then at the side you've got again Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator here with another in-game model which looks really good. And then again, same on the other side. Then of course at the bottom you have 20th Century Studios Neca and Real Toys, with all the people responsible for making this. A shout out to them for making this figure. Then, of course, at the back, you do have Predator Hunting Grounds with a few product shots here, and here, with Ultimate Samurai Predator, and it says, includes katana, articulated plasma caster, collapsed and extended combi sticks, interchangeable unmasked head and hands. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the Samurai Predator inside his plastic prison. And I've got to say, I do love this product shot of the Samurai Predator here, holding the Samurai Predator sword. Whoever took that did a really good job. Then, of course, you've got the figure here in all of his glory, with two of his interchangeable hands here and an interchangeable head, with the figure looking all nice and shiny there. So without further ado, let's crack this thing open. And here is the Neca Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator out of the packaging. And I've got to say, I really do like the look of this figure. I like the interchangeable head it comes with, as well as the two interchangeable hands there, the collapsed combi stick, the half-open one, and the fully extended one, which I believe are all based off of AVP. Then, of course, you get the katana it comes with, which looks amazing, and I really do like the paint job on it. So without further ado, let's free it from its plastic prison. And here is the Neca Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator figure out of its plastic prison with its accessories. And I've got to say, this figure looks really, really cool. I love the paint job on it. I like the look of the plasma casters. The blades look cool. But without further ado, let's get into the accessories. And here is the first accessory, which is the collapsed combi stick. And I've got to say, I really do like it. I like the detail on the combi stick. All the paint looks really, really cool, as you can see. Really, really nice. And again, the attention to detail on this is crazy. So that's the first accessory. Then, of course, you've got the half-open one here, which looks just as good, as you can see, with the blade sort of showing here. And then, again, the handle, just the amount of detail on this is absolutely insane. Really, really cool. Really do love this accessory. Again, I believe these are based or inspired by the AVP figures. Then, of course, you have the fully extended one, which is just incredibly long. As you can see, if I stand it up like this, you can see the blades have that sort of spike on them at the end. And then the same on this side. And then, of course, you get the handle, which looks incredible. I just really, really love the handle. Then, of course, you get the katana, which just looks insane. I love this. It looks exactly how it did in the game. The handle looks cool. Of course, you've got the blade with the sort of like style of the blade, which looks cool. Then, of course, you get the handle with the little blade out of it, which looks cool. Again, really, really do love this katana. I will be displaying my figure with this, of course, because I am a nerd about katanas and samurais. Then you get the interchangeable hands. I believe these are both the right and left hands, which, as you can see, again, the attention to detail on them with the silver on the armor, and then the nails are painted a sort of like black, which is cool, with a black, obviously, glove almost, which looks cool. And again, the same for the other hand. As you can see, nothing different. And then, of course, they do have the pegs that you peg into the hand. And then, not last but least, we have the interchangeable head. And I've got to say, I do like the black stripes on this, as well as the eyes. The mouth looks really, really cool. And then, of course, he's got the top knot on his head. Instead of dreads going down, he has a top knot like in the game, which is really cool. And I do believe this is exactly how he is in the game. And here is a look at the Neca Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator figure itself. And I've got to say, I do love the red and the gold contrast on the armor there, as well as the black straps with some brown, which looks cool. Again, the black rope belt looks really cool, really samurai inspired. Then, of course, you've got the armored loincloth here, with the gold, red, and the black X's here, which look cool. Then you've got the knee armor, which is silver and then some grey there with some silver speckles, some red, some gold. Then you've got the feet armor here, which again, silver, red, and gold. Looks really, really cool. Then you can see some of the underloin cloth of the armor there, which is all black, which I'll show you later. Then the plasma caster, which is accurate to the game. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but it does look really cool. Then the Predator Samurai mask, which is one of my favorite Predator masks of all time now. Really do love this mask. I like the golds, the reds, the teeth, and then of course you get the gold at the top, like a samurai insignia logo as well. Just really, really, really cool. Then, of course, at the side of the figure, you get the self-destruct device here, which is not on, as you can see, as it is all black, with some red, silver, and gold there. And then, again, on the hand, you get the gold with the red armor with some silver speckles again. Then you get the gold armor on the shoulder pads here with some gold, red, black X's again, which again looks really samurai armor-esque. Really love it. Then you get the backpack, which is sort of like a red and gold with some silvery grey black, which looks cool. And again, the side of the plasma caster just looks Really cool. And then the top knot there instead of the classic dreads that we all come to know and love. Then on the other side of the figure, you can see the gauntlet here with the blades, which aren't what we're used to seeing. And if you've played the game, you'll know why. But they look really cool. You've got the alien insignia almost on the samurai armor, which is cool. You've got the red and gold here with the spikes here. And then you've got red and gold on both sides of the gauntlets. And then the black straps, which I've guessed is holding the actual gauntlet itself together. Then you get the hand again with the gold and red armor with the silver speckles, which look really cool. Then you get more black straps on both legs here with the red and gold armor. And then again on his feet as well. Just incredible. Really do love this. Then, of course, the back of the figure, which looks cool as well. You get the top knot here. You get more armor, more red, more gold, more black contrast here. You get, again, more armor on this side, which is more red than it is gold and silver, which, again, is cool. And then you get, of course, the black strap here, where all the armor connects, which is cool. You get more silver here. Then you get the loincloth here, which is red and silver. Then it's gold. And then it is red and gold, which is cool. Again, I love that mixture of contrast. I love the silver here. Then you get the red and gold here with the silver speckles, which I wish Neca would work on their paint jobs, but I can't really complain. But yeah, just wish they had done a better paint job on that. But again, the spikes on his feet are really, really cool. And again, I really do love this figure. It is really, really cool. So without further ado, let's talk about the articulation and the wrist blades. And as you can see, here are the wrist blades. And the reason they do look like that, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the game I believe these are like little short katana blades that he's made into a wrist gauntlet. And they detract like this, which is really cool. As you can see, I really do love these blades. I love the silver. I like the little blades they added on it as well. And I like the thickness of these blades, which are really cool, because back in the day, the Ultimate Predator figures used to have really flimsy wrist blades that used to break. But I believe in 2021, Neca fixed that issue and gave us more, like, thicker blades on their Predators, which is really, really cool. And they do go all the way back in. So, without further ado, let's go over the articulation. So, for the articulation, his arm does go all the way round 360. If you're careful, try not to clip the armor here though. He does have double jointed elbows here, which are really cool. His gauntlets do spin all the way round, but just be mindful you don't break them. Again, swivel in the hands, which are really cool, and the wrists, which are cool. His legs do kick quite far forward, but not that far. And they kick quite far back, as you can see. Really, really, really cool. With both legs as well, as you can see. But just be careful. Then double jointed knees, which again is always a cool thing. On both, this is a bit more brittle again because I haven't hair dried it properly, so just be mindful you don't break them. And again, same with this arm, it goes all the way round 360. If you're careful, again, Gauntlet spins round all the way, which is cool. Double jointed elbows, which is always a good thing. Again, and then the wrist swivels for the hand, which is really cool. The plasma caster again goes all the way back, all the way forward, which is cool. And then it also has a moving pose, so you can move it back and forth like City Hunter, which is really, really cool. Then, of course, for the head, it does look side to side, but just be careful it doesn't come off, as for some reason this head just doesn't really want to stay on right. And it does clip this, but I will show you something you can do with this plasma caster in a minute. But yeah, the head goes that way. It can look quite far up, and it can look quite far down, but again, it will pop off as it just did there. Which again, Neca, please fix that. But yeah, overall, really, really, really cool figure. And I will show you it with the other head right now. And here it is with its unmasked head. And I've got to say, I really do love the look of it. I like the black stripes on it. The red eyes look really cool. The open mouth looks really cool. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how he looks in the actual game, which is really, really cool. And again, the top knot looks really, really cool. But there is one thing I don't think a lot of people know about this figure that I will actually show you right now, and that is that you can remove the plasma caster. And just like that, the plasma caster is off, and it is on this weird peg here. And you might be wondering, why have you removed the plasma caster? And well, my friends, that is because in the actual game, he doesn't really have his plasma caster on display. He usually has it hidden in his backpack here, which sort of has, if you can see at the top of it, a little gold paint which blends into the red, the gold, and then that hides his gun. So if you want a more accurate representation of the Predator, you can have him without his plasma caster on display, or you can add the plasma caster back on with the peg. I personally will have it with the plasma caster, but it's good to know you can have a more accurate representation of this figure. And here is a look at the Samurai Predator with his mask back on, looking awesome, with his hidden plasma caster, just like in the game. And it looks really, really, really cool. Again, it depends what way. If you want it further back like that, you can have it further back. If you want it forward, you can move that, which is cool. And here is the Neca Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator with his plasma caster back on his shoulders, holding that katana. It looks really badass, really do love it. But without further ado, it is measuring time. And he measures to about 7 to 8 inches, almost 9 actually, which is insane. A really tall Predator, but without further ado, it is comparison time. And here is Neca Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator next to the Marvel Legends Sentry. Shout out to Sentry Productions. And here he is next to the Captain America Civil War MCU Black Panther. And these two have faced off in the comics, not that exact Predator, but I just had to do this comparison. And here is the Neca Samurai Predator next to a very, very old DC Direct Green Lantern figure. And here is the Neca Ultimate Samurai Predator next to the McFarlane Batman Beyond. These also have faced off in the comics. If you haven't read them, I definitely recommend. And here is the Neca Ultimate Samurai Predator next to the Diamond Select Rhino. R.I.P. Diamond Select. I can't believe it's almost a decade since they haven't been a thing. Last but not least, here is the Neca Ultimate Samurai Predator next to the only other figure I've reviewed. It's the Ultimate Xenomorph XX121. But one thing I have noticed with that figure during a review is that even though it says Predator Hunting Grounds on the box, this is actually a mixture of the base model of the Samurai Predator from the game and the concept art. I will pull up a picture of the concept art of this Predator, and they are both really cool designs. I hope maybe in the future NECA give us an in-game model figure of the Samurai Predator, and yeah. So, overall, what do I think of this NECA Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator? I really, really like it. I like the Predator take on the Oni Samurai mask. The red and the gold look really cool. The plasma caster, the AVP staff looks really cool, as well as the katana wrist blades, and his interchangeable head is so cool. His interchangeable hands, his other combi sticks that he comes with, half collapsed and collapsed. His katana is my favourite out of all of it. And just the paint job is really, really cool. I just hope in the future NECA work on their paint job a bit, as there is some splotches on my figure. And it's just a shame the third party retailer I got this from was a bit hard, and it just come with a few QC issues when it arrived, like I had to put the elbow back on, and also just their customer service wasn't good. But overall, I would give this figure a rating of a 9.9 out of 10, and I want to hear what you think. Are you gonna pick up this NECA Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator? And if you are, leave it in the comments. And also, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and as usual, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Heard you had a lot to say. Now you don't really talk too much though.